Good day, El Paso. Your local junk hauler here, Charlie, aka Dumpster Daddy. epdumpsterdaddy.com. That is our website. Go ahead, check us out over there, epdumpsterdaddy.com. If you're poking around, you see a service that we offer, you might want to give us a call, give us a shout out, give us a look. 915-710-0740. That is the number you can call and or text. And if you prefer, email info at epdumpsterdaddy.com. Those are the ways you can get a hold of us. Those are the ways you can go ahead and check us out. Okay, folks, now that we're in here, we're in the at-home studio. I wanted to get in here and just rap with you guys for a quick minute, 15, 20 minutes or so about the benefits of hiring a junk removal company. Recently here in El Paso, we have been hit with some people who have been caught. Let me say not hit, but we have been seeing some people who have been caught on the news with some illegal dumping. And you don't want to be the person, on the other end, I would assume. And I'm going to tell you a quick story of a client we had who got hit with some illegal dumping. But you don't want to be the person who's getting in trouble for doing the illegal dumping. I would assume that the city, the county, or whatever area that you're dumping in, if found out, they're gonna have some pretty hefty fines. And I preface that because I did have a client when we first started the business. Maybe we were into the business 6 months to a year, but she called us out because her and her family had just moved into this property here. I think it was on the east side of El Paso. And they had a bunch of moving boxes, and they also had a bunch of boxes, merchandise delivered to them with their name and address on it, and all of their information to let people know where you live. So she called a company out to do some removal of the trash and junk that she had in her garage. And after they agreed on the price and everything, she told me, she said they did the job. It was beautiful. They cleaned up, swept up after themselves. They went away, and she she didn't have to deal with the junk anymore. That was the main thing. So she thought. A few weeks later, she said she gets a notice in the mail to let her know that she was being fined. I think it was like $5,000 because those same boxes that these gentlemen or this company removed, I don't know who it was, removed from her garage, they dumped it onto somebody's private property out in the desert. So she got hit with the fine. She had to fight it. And eventually, I believe she said she got it resolved. But when she called us out to come perform the job for her, she had so many questions. She wanted to know if we were a legal company, if we were LLC. She wanted to know if we had ways to dispose of the trash. She wanted to know if she hired us, what would happen to the trash. So I let her know that I had places that we would take stuff. The number one place that we can take things is, of course, the landfill, but I do my best to make sure that we recycle. She had a garage full of cardboard. So I'm going to take that to where we recycle and take our cardboard for recycling. So I let her know that. I let her know that we will not be illegally dumping anything into the desert. That's just not a practice that we do. We will not be doing that. The Clint landfill that we take stuff to is in the middle of the desert, but we got to pay to take stuff there. We do have a cardboard recycle place, like I said, and we can take it there, and that is recycling. But I'm going to get in here to our website real quick and just show you guys our motto. And here's our motto. Here's our Dumpster Daddy motto. First page of our website. We recycle where we can, we donate what we can, and we dump what we have to. We do our best here at Dumpster Daddy. Let me get back there. We do our best here at Dumpster Daddy to minimize the trash that we put into the landfill. If something that we come across can be donated, then we're going to donate it. If something can that we come across that we can possibly strip down to get some metal out of it, we'll recycle that stuff. We have a storage unit. We'll store that stuff in there till we get a big enough load to take to recycling, and we'll do that. We do pick up washing machines, dryers, refrigerators, water heaters, all that type of stuff, and whatever other metals that come out of loads that we pick up from residential and sometimes commercial clients. So we take that stuff to be properly disposed of wherever and whenever we can. We do not do any illegal dumping here in El Paso. And I'm gonna show you. Let me pull up this real quick. FitFam El Paso is a Instagram social media page that gives us the ins and outs of what's been happening here in El Paso. And over the last few months, the city, the county, the town have been hit with some illegal dumpers. As you can see, this gentleman right here and his accomplice, and the note from the deputies of El Paso or the Texas deputies, letting them know that they observed these gentlemen doing some illegal dumping and that they had caught them red-handed. All right. And then here's another one. And this one was more recently. The one that I just showed you, that one was from probably like 2, maybe 3 months ago. But this one here, they were caught a little bit more recently. A satisfying display of instant karma. This group was found out in San Felipe Park in Fairbanks to be illegally dumping trash out there into the landfill. So you don't want to be the person who maybe hired these people and they might have just taken their own trash out there, didn't want to go to the Clint landfill that's a little bit down the street from them. And then they got stuck out there in the desert doing some illegal dumping. Shout out to my property management team, one of the property management teams that uses us a lot, Sony Brown. They're always calling us out because somebody has illegally dumped something on one of the properties that they manage. And when it comes to, this type of junk removal that we do, we're a convenient service. Whereas we go out and, we're going to get that job taken care of pretty quick. So let me go into some of the topics that, and the main topic that I want to talk to you guys about, and that's the benefits of hiring a junk removal company. You don't want to deal with any of the illegal dumping that happens with, like I told you, my client, and they knew about her because when they dumped her stuff, all her information was on the boxes. Now we got to have some type of professionalism when we do this job. Clients are trusting us with some stuff, like, with stuff that might have some sensitive information on it. And we can't, as a company, as a business, be dumping trash and things illegally out into the desert. That's just not what we do. So the benefits of hiring a junk removal company, one of those is expertise and equipment. Now, for me, I am a one-man truck and trailer show. My wife does come and she does help. She helped a lot in the beginning, but she's doing her own thing. And I really don't want her out there with me removing trash and stuff like that. If I need help, I will hire some of the, I have a couple of temp agencies that I work with, and I'll just get some labor from them. But expertise and removing and equipment. So we have our truck, we have our trailer. We specialize in removing all type of junk. Like I said, refrigerators, couches, AC units, big old AC units we've done. I've even taken down, and I don't know if you guys noticed the hat here, but there's an embroidery shop here, and I've done some jobs for the couple at their home, their residence, but they have an embroidery shop here, and they've been recently calling me out to do more work at the shop instead of the home. And I took down an old school sewing machine. Now that thing was a beast. I went through probably 2 boxes of thick metal cutting blades to get that thing out. And I broke it's not the furniture dolly that I have now, but one of the ones that you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot. I broke that dolly, putting the metal pieces on there, trying to roll it up out of their warehouse. But anyway, we have the expertise in removing the items. We also have the insurance to go into these companies to just in case some things get damaged or we mess something up. Just like for your home, we have insurance. We have the general liability insurance. You want to deal with people who are professional in what they do, and just because it might seem like a simple job to you, there is a lot that goes into the removal of junk and just having a business and doing it legit. All right, so the next topic is proper disposal of said items. Like I said before, no illegal dumping here. If it's trash, and I showed you the motto, if it's trash, it goes to the landfill. If it can be donated, it goes to our partners, the Assistance League of El Paso, and or the Goodwill. If I can't get over to the Assistance League, then recycling cardboard, recycling metal, those all have their places to go to get properly disposed of, so that it doesn't end up somewhere. We don't want to put metal into the landfill. We don't want to put anything that can have hazardous material. So some things we don't take like any type of tanks, propane tanks, gas tanks. We don't take paint. I have started taking paint because I have found a way through the Facebook groups and forums of how to get rid of paint, but I don't want to take large amounts of paint. I don't want to be stuck with it. And I definitely don't take any type of oil, motor oil, cooking oil, any of that stuff. When we first started the business, I ended up taking I can't remember what it was, but it was something that had a lot of oil in it. And I didn't know that it had like engine oil or whatever it had in it. And it spilled all over the place. And I told Bianca, my wife, we blessed because like if code enforcement or any type of EPA people would have been out and saw that, like we possibly could have got in trouble. So we learn from our mistakes and we learn how to properly dispose of stuff. And through the practice of trial and error and doing jobs, we've learned what we will and will not take. And so hazardous materials such as that type of stuff that can get us in trouble, we're not going to take any of that type of stuff. But like I said before, there are ways for residents, if you are a resident of El Paso, that you can get rid of that type of stuff yourself. If you have paint, if you have oil and all of that. And I'll make a video on that. And we're going to move on to the next topic. And that is time and convenience. Now, I know that there are a lot of DIYers out there, do-it-yourselfers. I am one of them. If I can try to do it myself, I will. I am also a person who likes to pay people for their skills and ability. But if you are a person who values their time and convenience, and you have a little change to part with, having a junk removal company come out to remove your stuff that you want to get rid of, we can do it fast and efficiently. Like I said, I have the tools to get bulk items out. I have the tools to remove large amounts of trash. I have my trailer that we load everything up into. And if things are going to be a couple loads, and I'll let you know, it's going to be a couple loads. It's going to be this amount of time. We can get it done for you. And we can move on from there. So, all righty, folks. And the next topic is safety. When it comes to removing these items, we have to be safe and we have to perform our tasks safely. When I worked at the Walt Disney World Company, they had us yearly have to take these classes. And one of the safety classes was called Safety in Motion. And in this Safety in Motion class, they gave us tips and instruction on how to properly lift items, how to put your, toe point and go. So making sure you had your feet properly spaced when you're trying to lift something, making sure you're not twisting, you're moving your whole body to put stuff. So all of that type of learning that we got at the Walt Disney World Company when it came to moving your body, putting your body in the best motion possible to move stuff, came in handy when doing this job, because we do want to point our toe and go. There it is. You want to point your toe and go. You don't want to be twisting. You don't want to be, doing any type of, bending with your back and, doing any type of heavy lifting like that with your back. You want to do that type of stuff with your legs. So, of course, safety is the number one component. Also, for when we're in the operation and we get the stuff onto the truck and the trailer, we need to make sure stuff is buttoned down tightly. I have had some experiences with stuff coming off the back of the trailer, and we don't want to have that. First off, I don't want to get in trouble with my insurance company. I don't want to cause damage to or loss of life to anybody that comes around me. So we take safety very seriously. Whenever I put trash onto my trailer and my truck, I got bungee cords. I have what do you call those things? Ratchet straps that I'm tightening stuff down. I got my tarp on my trailer, putting it down, making sure everything is buttoned down nicely, so that when we make it to our destination, whether it be the landfill or any type of donation spot or just to the storage unit, we want to make sure everything is buttoned up nice and tight, so we don't have any safety issues out there. We're not trying to be responsible for causing hurt and harm to anybody. So safety, number one concern, number one focus, number one practice. Just like it was when I was working at Walt Disney World, same thing here in my operation here at Dumpster Daddy. All righty, folks, here. And the last topic when it comes to the benefits of using a junk removal company, and that is cost effectiveness. Now, there are other companies, moving companies, landscapers, what do you want to call it? Handymen that might offer junk removal services. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not a landscaper. I do have a weed whacker. I will go out. I will knock down some tall weeds, some grass for people if that's what they want on their property, and I'll, remove it for them. I'm not a handyman. I don't go in and try to fix things, because that's not my lane. I stay in my lane. My lane is removing junk trash. I prefer the trash, junk, anything that needs to be removed that's going to get donated, recycled, or go to the landfill. That's what I do. So I specialize in junk removal. And these other guys, these other companies, if there's somebody out there, they might be able to give you a better price on your junk removal. But then you have to deal with the fact maybe your stuff might be illegally dumped somewhere, and you might be getting a letter or notice letting you know that you're getting fined for $5,000 because the person that you trusted to take your trash and get rid of it properly for you didn't do it. So why take that chance? Get a professional out there, get a professional junk removal out there, get a professional guy who can come out there, woman, whoever it is, that come out to your location, get that trash up for you, make it look real pretty out there, and properly dispose of it and take it to where it needs to go. That is the best way, I believe, that we can do, or that you can do, to get rid of your junk or trash. That is going to save you a whole lot of time and to save you some hurt, some heartache. And I mean, you just never know. Like when people get that junk clutter removed out of their house, get that out of their space, they just feel a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up, get this all cleaned up for you guys and get it put out there for you. But these are the benefits, some of the benefits of hiring a junk removal company. I hope this helps you guys out when you're making your decision on who and what you want to do when it comes to getting rid of your junk trash. If you are in the El Paso area, like I said, 915-710-0740. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Dumpster Daddy out.